Hey guys, so we are going to be talking about, or we have been talking about biographies. And remember, we said a biography, let me get my chart. We said that a biography is the story of all or parts of a real person's life written by someone else. So we read some books: Nobody Owns the Sky, Odd Boy Out, Magic Trash, The Tree Lady. So a biography is about a person's life, but it's written by somebody else. Today, you listen to the story, Ruby Bridges Goes to School. And this is actually an autobiography. So the difference between this is an autobiography is the story of a real person's life. So that's the same thing that that is what an autobiography and a biography have in common. But the difference is that it is written by that person. So this story is called Ruby Bridges Goes to School, My True Story by Ruby Bridges. So Ruby Bridges herself actually wrote this book. Now, I have another Ruby Bridges book, and this is called The Story of Ruby Bridges by Robert Coles. So this book was actually written by somebody else. It's a biography of Ruby Bridges, but Robert Coles wrote the book, where this book is about Ruby Bridges, but Ruby Bridges herself actually wrote this. So we call this an autobiography, and we call this a biography, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what are the differences between an autobiography and a biography, and how can we tell if a book is a biography or an autobiography? So I'm going to make a chart. And on this side, I'm going to write biography. And on this side, I'm going to write autobiography. Okay, and so we're going to kind of go through some things that a biography has and then what a autobiography has. So one thing that both of these have, guys, are they're both informational text. Okay. So they're both informational text. So I'm going to put that on both sides. Okay. Another thing is it is about a real person. Both a biography and autobiography are about a real person. So here's where we're going to start talking about something different. So a biography is written by somebody else. So written by someone else. And then an autobiography is not written by the author. Or I'm going to rephrase that. So is written by so let me see how to put this. So an a biography is, I'm just going to leave it written by written by someone else. And then in an autobiography is written by that person. Okay. We also know that the story in a biography, we use their name. So uses the person's name. And then in an autobiography, they use words like my and I, because when they're talking about themselves, when you talk about yourself, you use pronouns like I and my. In a biography, another person is writing about that, the author is writing about another person, and they're going to be using their actual name. Okay, so those are kind of the things that are the same about them. That's kind of, they both talk about their life. So talks about their life, or the person's life. Talks about the person's life. So they both do that. So those are just some things that they have in common and that how they are different. So your assignment for today is, let me grab it. You're going to be filling out what is called a Venn diagram. And guys, we use a Venn diagram when we are comparing two different things. So we're going to be comparing an autobiography, biography. And then in the middle, we put things that are alike. So how is a biography and autobiography alike? And you have choices. So you're going to cut them out and glue them. If you don't have the handout, you can always draw the Venn diagram and write it in. Click on the link click on the link on the assignment to open this up. So, and then in the autobiography side, you're going to put everything that an autobiography has, and then on the biography side, you're going to put everything that the biography has. So, for instance, the story is about the author. So, that's something I need to add. In a biography, guys, it is written by the person/author. On a biography, written by someone else / not the author. Okay. Uses the person's name. It also will say she, he, him, her. So it's using pronouns like that. Okay. Okay, so you have 2, 4, 6, 8 different things to cut out and glue them where they need to go. This is for a grade.